into the competition after a long break and showing us that they will maintain that champion position. Rexy, he's not gonna give up. It's do or die. He makes himself known. And Amaterasu with the finishing blow. Velocity Gaming, they are your champions of the TEC Challenger Series 4.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 5, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD with AFK Gaming as our media partner. I'm CA, I'm going to be your host and caster for this matchup, joined by Aggressive on the mic, and we're here in the round of 32 to witness the match between Team Flawless and Paratroops. Now, Aggressive, Paratroops, we know this team very much. They're a team that finished in the top 8 segment of Series 4, very much a team to be scared of. But Team Flawless, a newer addition to this series, and it's really nice to see these newer teams coming up and really making it to these top segments of the tournament recently.
The round of 32 and seeing a new team that we normally never really seen in the past series has come through this far. It's going to be a really hard match because, first of all, it's going to be Paratroops. They have the new addition of Ditto on their squadron, and all of these factors coming into play is going to be an absolutely a beautiful game to watch because Flawless just could be the new underdogs. They could be the new big dogs on the scene that come around and dethrone Paratroops even. And Paratroops, they are known to be one of those rosters that can even take down the biggest names in the entirety of our scene.
Yeah, I mean, just yesterday in the round of 64, we got to see a lot new teams really show up and take the fight to these top tier teams. So now that we have a newer team in Team Flawless, we can perhaps expect some flawless gameplay coming out from them to deter Paratroops in their path back to the top now. For Paratroops, they made a couple changes coming in from Series 4, looking to push forward their agenda while trying to be from top 8 to perhaps get to that top 5, top 3 position in our community. And those changes we're going to see in light today. Ditto, one of the changes you mentioned, we're not going to see him, but Kuzuri coming in. Kuzuri, also a player that we've seen previously in Series 4, and a player we know what to expect from. He'll be picking up the Omen today. Besides that, no changes in compositions. So it's very simple from Paratroops. What you can expect is chaos, aggression, and just brute force and to take the game into your face.
That is the Paratroops playstyle. And of course, Biggs, when he's in his classical state, when he does have that raise in his hands, he's like an absolutely unstoppable force. He's gonna break down into a scythe and then he's gonna be going in your face being like, my name is Biggs and you will respect me. I click your heads and you will die. This is the type of gameplay that Paratroops excel at, and hopefully Kazuri, he's gonna be bringing that same level of flavor. We have not really seen him play with this roster as much, and he is the newest addition, of course, as you did say. So let's see what he does bring down to the table.
Yeah, this is Kuzuri's time to prove exactly why, among the two players that Paratroops have brought in recently, he's the one to be considered to be part of the main 5. But for now, it's going to be Team Flawless on the attack, and they have the solo duelist lineup with the Breach and Sova. Not really something we get to see a lot from these newer teams, so I'm really excited to see Team Flawless in action with this composition. Now they're on the attack, it really does suit them, but Glaive holding down side with the help of Binks, already 2-man advantage for Paratroops, but Aatrox will find one back. Strix though, Strix on the rotate coming in from mid, will find 2 more, and even though Hunt and Noble find 1 each, it's Strix with the triple to close off the pistol for Paratroops.
A beautiful pistol run coming out from the side of Paratroops. They were able to maintain complete control of the side because of how Glyph was playing. Glyph played at the back of side near the boxes, a very defensive position for that Cypher, yes, but at the same time, when you know for a fact your opponent has that breach, they're gonna try and enter through the A main side. And for the fact that Flawless, they didn't have any form of mid control, so the short side was completely in the favor of Paratroops. And Strix, he was just tapping straight through the smoke, and he knows the lineups, he knows the angles. And he was able to get all of those kills while the support came in from the heaven side as well from the side of Biggs. A beautiful defensive round coming out from the side of Paratroops.
I think Team Flawless, they're going for yet another fast rush execute coming out this time in B side. And this is, I think this is mostly to do with them trying to gain information about Paratroops, about their style of gameplay. But Paratroops, they're punishing this hard. Edit with one in things. Round 1, he got a Boomba kill. Round 2, he gets a grenade kill. I wonder when he'll start using his gun. But he doesn't really matter because with that raise, this utility is all you need.
Raze, this is why Raze is one of the most broken characters in the game. Back during the beta seasons, she had 2 grenades. Now she has only 1 grenade, and you need 2 kills to actually get that grenade back. Imagine what would have happened if Biggs had 2 grenades instead.
Double trouble.
That would have been absolutely broken in so many scenarios, and that was a really good defense. This was, of course, the eco round coming out from the side of Flawless, so nothing really to talk about it. Here is where it's really going to matter if Flawless are going to be able to take this fight straight to the side of Paratroops. The guns are in their favor, and we're going to be seeing a heavy take on this B. No, actually, no, it's going to be a split coming out. They're trying to take this mid control really smart from there, and all the dark covers are going to be coming through. Slowly creeping in are the members of Flawless, not really doing anything just yet. Strix, he's holding a very aggressive frontside and angle to see what he can find. T-Max does use the Owl drone to see what he can find, trying to spot out as much as he can, but a really good play coming out from their side. But already the mid side push is coming in from the side of Biggs, but Biggs, he a bit more than he could chew, does get caught out by Newbie. One member has gone down for the side of the defense, and Strix, he's already tagged out a little bit as well at the same time, and a very fast A-side execute is coming in from the side of Flawless.
Interesting camera position by Glyph, choosing to prioritize that there's basically no chance they're able to take him down and get a ton of info. But Flawless, this is what we expected. They went for the fast rush, first in A, then in B in the first 2 rounds. In the 3rd round, using the information they get from those fast rushes to play a much slower mid-control play style. But Paratroops, they expect it and they're able to hold on. Edit with the double, securing the spike for Paratroops, and now for Aatrox, with no way to really get to the spike, I expect just the save to come out. Team Flawless, they went for the right approach with the push through the catwalk, but I think the fact that they ended up giving a little too many audio cues and then getting disrupted by Binks' paint grenade meant that too much information given to Paratroops, they're able to close the doors and just prevent this round for Flawless as a whole. Strix, he'll deny the save for Aatrox, and that'll be 3-0 for Paratroops. The economy of Team Flawless not looking so flawless.
The economy is going to be taking a huge hit for their side. And of course, I think that the main problem that happened in that round was actually due to the fact that, yes, they did take the mid control, they had garden control, but the execution, they didn't really do it together. It felt as though one person was going in one by one, and the team didn't even execute at all. They just stood there on the garden, on the beam, on the A main side, and they didn't even try to enter the side. Glyph was just chilling there while Strix was just tapping heads on his back, and he's be like, just sit down, I got you, no one's gonna hurt you. And Glyph was able to hold on the side and nothing really happened in that engagement.
Yeah, Glyph on this side A is starting to really be a terror, and you can see that Team Flawless, they don't want to go anywhere near it. Once again, they've grouped towards that B side and looking perhaps for that fast eco rush to come out. Now we've got a small pause and it really gives us a second to talk about the composition, because while we all understand the power of the breach in this current meta, I think the key difference between both of these compositions is comfort of execution. The breach and a solo duelist lineup, much more harder to execute, requires much more coordination within the team as compared to having the double duelist and separating the map as a whole into small pieces. You can see 3 members at A, they minding their own business, especially on defense, leaves it to Binks and Edit towards that B side to hold it down. It's much easier to communicate with that double duelist lineup, and for all teams that do try this solo duelist lineup, they have to remember that they need to have their communication and coordination on point.
This really does depend on the breach and the Jet player above anything else. If the Jet is kind of scared, or it doesn't listen to the calls that are coming out from the breach of where they're going to be flashing, where he's going to be concussing. He needs to check those angles that the breach cannot check in those kind of situations. Already the Jet goes in for an execution a bit too early. That's what's going to be hurting them the most, but it's already one member down. Two sides are down for their end, and the spam is coming through, and Strick with a massive flag. He gets a light up headshot kill on the two people, and a beautiful flawless round coming out from the side of, not flawless, but Paratroops instead.
I mean, Paratroops now going up 4-0. With the last time we did see them was in the round of 256, and when they started getting this sort of momentum, they just went ham. I don't think there's a better way to say it, honestly, because the way they kept pushing out, it was the defensive half too then. They kept taking the fight to their opponents, even though they were on the defense, taking control of these areas, the way you see Strix do in this round, taking mid control and going for the flank, giving all the information to his team about Team Flawless's position. Flawless, they need to find a way to control that. Now Strix doing exactly as you'd expect, going for the aggressive push. It's gonna be Flawless's Cypher on the look, with the rest of their team looking towards B main. But the Binks though pushing in with the help of the drone to find first blood. And it follows up for one more, and Binks with the third, meaning Flawless with nowhere to go. This looks like an easy 5-0 for Paratroops.
Another possible flawless round coming up from the side of Paratroops. But then it really low, but Binks, he has his own vengeance, but Hunt, he answers back with his own headshot, but Kazuri comes in from the short angle to get the last remaining member, cleaning it all up, making it a 5-0 scoreline for the side of Paratroops. And again, the indecisive nature of this breach composition. We need to talk about something that the solo duelist composition requires you to be very decisive. This requires a lot of practice and a plan that, hey, we're going to be going here. If we can enter this side, we need to rotate through the market, through the mid, take map control, and then just shift ourselves over to the other side, or shift ourselves over to A short so we can execute from there. All of these things need to be considered by the breach as all of the movements are being done. And I'm not really seeing this coming out from the side of Flawless.
Yeah, that, like, the idea of finding the rotations, keeping your opponent on the guessing pattern is something that is missing, but perhaps this round they can find some sort of redemption. Flawless, they picked up the first blood by taking down that Strix who likes to play aggressively, and that aggressiveness now getting Flawless that first blood. Now Glyph, he was in Winery, but using the Cypher Cage to just set up his push back, coming back into side. Edit with his own push down at B main. He'll take out Awesome Tree and secure that advantage for Paratroops. Now the Omen ultimate coming out towards the top of the boxes towards the entrance of A. Not a regular position we like to see a lot, but does ends up just getting spotted out and denied. Once again, Flawless, they're sticking to that east side even though they know exactly where they are. Glyph with the trigger control will not take down either of them and will just let them get away instead of Binks finding them. And now Flawless, having done a bunch of noise, picking up the ult point, now looking for that rotate onto B. They're gonna get caught out.
Player standing. 30 seconds left.
Beautiful off angle coming out from the side of Edit to get that first headshot onto Acrox, and a beautiful spray as well to take out TC Max. And it seems as though Paratroops, they have so many of the angles under lockdown, and Galev, he's an indestructible wall when it comes to this A side. I'm pretty sure that even if Biggs died in that heaven side, it was gonna be all over, no matter what happened in that scenario.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, like, there is no, like, way for Flawless to sort of even find a rotation, because you can see Eric, with the first kill he got on Awesome Tree towards that B main, was slowly but surely taking control of territory across the map, denying that rotation chance for Flawless and securing that flank for his team. Now Paratroops are at 6-0, and once again you can see they will not give up their aggressive approach. Binks, he's taken mid control, moving into B. With the help of Strix, they'll collapse onto this Cypher. All of Flawless though at A, but with Binks going down, it's time for Flawless to execute, and execute they will. I think that was a double updraft kill coming from Awesome Tree, given his position on the map. Awesome Tree doing really well to pick up his first kill of this map, making it 4v4 on the round. Flawless, they're waiting a bit too long though. They got that kill when Binks and Strix were on the other side of the map, but the rotations come out to Paratroops. They're just running into the Paratroops path now.
Satchel out.
Again and again and again, the indecisive nature of the way Flawless is playing. This is what is hurting them the most, and already we're seeing another fast heavy push coming out from the side of Strix. Uses the right click, does not connect fully just yet. Max is able to get that kill off, but He's in a pretty bad situation. Edit's gonna check that corner. He's gonna find that first kill. He finds the second onto Hunt as well. Edit with his clean phantom headshots is able to clean up the last few remaining members away from the side of Flawless, and we don't really need to break down that round because again, that was a very indecisive push coming out from the side of Flawless.
Yeah, Flawless they do really well, I think, to equalize the kill that Binks and Strix got on B side by Awesome Tree getting the kill, making it 4v4. But I think when you realize that your lurker in your Cypher dies, and when you get that return kill on the other side, you just have to go. Like, you go. You have the breach utility to set up the push, but they just caught in that A main area, refusing to actually commit to this side, ending up just getting flanked from multiple sides and destroyed on the base of it. Now Flawless, they're looking for that mid control, but Binks and Kuzuri looking for the same. Just end up getting caught out because it's gonna be Hunt and Awesome Tree getting the kills. Kuzuri will find one, but TC Mac right there to return it back. Flawless for the first time with a 2-man advantage can secure their first round and move on the basis of that.
Oh my god. I feel bad for Hunt. He was doing the dance of death, but it was not gonna be enough, leaving Glyph and Max in a 1 versus 1 situation. Glyph finally getting some action after a pretty long run, I would say, because he got the short end of the stick in a lot of these engagements where his teammates were able to take one up against him. But still, this is where it's all gonna be mattering. Glyph may not get that recon bolt before he does get spotted out. Does have one cage to his name at the bare minimum. Is keeping his way forward, both in for the flick, but it's not gonna be enough as Max, he had all of the info in the world, knowing where Glyph was gonna be coming from. And a beautiful first round coming out from the side of Flawless.
Flawless doing really well to pick up the round, especially considering that they had the lighter weaponry in that round. A couple of Spectres, a Sheriff too. Even though Eric with his Hunter's Fury able to use the ultimate to equalize the score for Paratroops, it's Team Flawless keeping their composure and TC Mac securing that round for his team. Now at 7-1, they need to try and do exactly what they did in that round. Try to take mid control, punish Paratroops for their aggression that they always like to do. Paratroops, they love pushing in a particular angle and then finding their way there. And that's where Team Flawless need to find their advantage. But it looks like Flawless, they're just gonna go once again for the A-side push. Their Cypher lurking towards B mid link, and their Jet working on towards mid top, holding down that mid side, waiting for the aggression. The Paratroops, they're predicting this. Instead, they're pushing towards B main, just sussing it out, refusing to give unnecessary advantages to Team Flawless. And this is really what makes Paratroops one of the top tier teams that we know.
I really love the utility usage coming out from the side of Hunt. He's blinding and doing what he can, but there's no one really to execute with him. The Jet, he's not even here. He's with an operator. The solo duelist in these kind of scenarios, moving to that operator is going to be extremely detrimental for the side of the attack. And that is where it's gonna hurt the most as Awesome Street tries to go in for the peak, but Edit, he's way too quick. He already knew the last round position and was able to shut down one. Strix shuts down a second with the judge, being the jury that he is, ladies and gentlemen.
30 seconds
still,
left.
he does get traded out. Hunt, he's trying to go for this operator, leaving it down to a 3 versus 4 scenario, and Accurate, he's trying to make his way down into the B side, does get caught out by the recon bolt. Minx has the nade as well. They cannot push in and down into the side. And a beautiful tail shell coming out as well, and Big, he's going for the fighting satchel play, but Hunt, he's way too quick to take him out. 8 seconds left on the clock. They need to try and go in for a plan, but Edit, he has other plans. Edit with the 4K, he hits all the headshots today. This man is absolutely on fire.
Strix doing really well in that round to hold on near that B main side, slamming the Gable on the rotation by Team Flawless and preventing them from getting into sight, and more importantly, buying the time for his team to get back in. Even though Team Flawless have the right idea of going for the rotation, they stopped in their tracks by Binks, who does end up dying, but by Edit also, who's there to back his teammate up, pick up that 4K. Make it 8-1. I think at this point, like, it's definitely the lack of decisiveness of Team Flawless that is really, like, sort of giving them a big disadvantage, because Paratroops, they're the exact opposite of that. Decisiveness has never been a problem for them, and you can see the exact evidence of that. Binks happy to just go flying in with his showstopper, bringing the party to Team Flawless. He's like, let me show you how it's done.
Oh my god. Edit, what did you eat today, man? He is absolutely killing everyone. He is on fire, and the entirety of Paratroops with this one man is just destroying the souls of Flawless. Let us look at the scorecards for just a second. You can already see what is happening. Edit 18 and 2, and Strix is falling at 12. These guys woke up on the right side of the bed, or they had something amazing for lunch. That's for sure.
On fire today, and you expect that from a Sova on Ascent, right? One of the most important agents in the map. It's really nice to see someone
no.
who isn't necessarily playing that duelist step up. But now you can see the paranoia push coming out of A. They're gonna likely catch out Hunt here. The Trapfire does give away information to Hunt, and hopefully he'll just step back. Does exactly that, slowly just rotating away, not refusing to give in. But as you said, man, Edit, he's on some next level gameplay today, able to pick up yet another kill, brings out the Hunter's Fury. Will not that much, but will create the space for Pinks to push in. Kuzuri looking for more, instead of being Nubi and TC Mac finding one. Now the Neural Theft will come out for Team Flawless, but Strix is like, you know exactly where I am. In 1 second, I'll tell you exactly where I am in your face. Takes him down, and Edit will finish it off. No, he won't actually. We'll find one, but TC Mac finds the return, and now it's 1v2 for Team Flawless. Just the Sova in TC Mac to try to clutch that.
They're trying to hold down for as long as they can, but TC Mac in this 1 versus 2 scenario against the 2 judges, it's gonna be Strix holding down that side, so we cannot even get it. Strix just tap it away, one after the next. Here's the camera open at the bare minimum by the hands of Glyph.
30
Going
seconds.
making his way forward is gonna be Strix, going in for the jumping judge. And I don't know if you noticed, the CA 4 members had judges. And we all know this is the Paratroop style.
Yeah, they are starting to settle into their comfortable behavior. They're like, we got this map, and they're starting to flex their aim and their game at this point.
Here we go.
Next round, oh, I think you've already seen it aggressive. I was gonna say next round, I'm expecting perhaps a Sheriff play or a Marshal play. That's usually what Paratroops end up doing. Oh, yep. It's exactly that. 5 Marshals gonna come out for Paratroops. And at this point, they're just feeling themselves.
They're just feeling the gameplay, but Awesome 3 is feeling a bit too much right there to get that first shot off onto Edit, but still Pinks, he answers back with his own headshot. He's looking for the second, and Awesome 3 with this operator. He is dismantling them slowly, but Kazuri, he does find one. Awesome 3 comes out with the knives to get the third. And he is giving a fight to the side of Paratroops, leaving it down in a 2 versus 3 scenario moving forward into this post plan. The bomb is just about to go down, and Strix, he's holding strong for as long as he can. The camera does come through. Does spot out Awesome 3 from the sideline. Needs to go in for the reposition. He's running away for as long as he can, but still, with these double marshals, it's going to be a really hard retake scenario indeed.
Marshals, snipers in general, not the best for retakes, and Paratroops will end up paying the price for that. We are giving Team Flawless yet another round.
Switching sides.
Awesome Shri playing really well, having picked up the operator in that round to pick up a couple kills. He's like, you got the small sniper, let me show you how the big sniper works. Able to secure that round for Team Flawless. Now, Flawless, here's the issue, right? They were on attack all this time, and Paratroops, they were on defense. You guys saw how aggressive Paratroops were in defense. When they get onto attack, it's going to be a whole different ballgame. Paratroops are going to be continuously pushing in and just refusing Team Flawless that time to communicate and coordinate their approach to their defense, especially considering you only have that solo duelist lineup. You don't have that Raze utility or the Reyna flash or even the Phoenix utility we might expect. And I feel like that really is going to hurt Team Flawless. But that aggressive push coming out right here. Kuzuri setting up the paranoia. Now the dark covers. In goes Paratroops and down goes Team Flawless.
Shri just hit his mouse against the monitor because that flick was really hard to make onto the side of Strix, but still Strix getting that first 2 kills. Strix with another one with that frenzy, leaving only poor old Hunt on the back end of it all. He's gonna get headshot by Kazuri with a beautiful 1-tap as well. Taking 11 rounds on the board is gonna be the side of Paratroops. 1 more round for the side of Match Point, and 2 more rounds for them to go forward into the round of 16.
Paratroops now at 11-2. See, this team, we really need to talk about like the identity of this team for a second. Because for every single team here contending for the top spot in Series 5, Like, it's all about finding your personal identity, and that's something we've seen a lot. We've seen, for example, Global Esports pick up this solo duelist lineup and really thrive with it. We've seen Reckoning with different examples. We've seen XTZ with that triple duelist show what they've got. So for Paratroops, it's all about aggressiveness, and you can see that come out. Strix with the judge. He's finding one. Even though they get tagged really low because of shock darts, they're the ones finding the kills. Now Nobi, he's gonna find the kill onto Binks. The first buy is coming out really flawless.
remaining.
Kuzuri and Strix. Boy, oh boy, that was quick.
The judge is a broken weapon, and
Match
I
point.
told you this a lot myself, and this is where Strix is showing us what this weapon can actually do. It is probably one of the most strongest weapons when it comes to those closer ranges, just as powerful as a Stinger to take out almost any player with only one shot. And this was a beautiful round coming out from the side of Paratroops with a very fast execute, very fast coordinated play as well. Strix making his way from the back of stairs instead of dashing onto site itself, made sure that Max, even though he dealt so much damage with his shock darts, was not going to be able to follow up for any of the kills. And this is another full-on judge push coming out from the side of the attack Paratroops. They want to show their dominance once again. That's going to be Edit. He's being the good sport. He has the Spectre in hand to go in for these plays. Does get spammed out, but he gets taken down. Kazooie takes down one onto Nubi. But Nubi, he answers back on the Edit himself, making it a 3 versus 3 scenario going into the post-line soon.
For Paratroops, like, for them, it's all about showing their execution. Yeah, that's why they're picking up the judges. Like, they're
planted.
like, we're just gonna chill out with that shotgun, spam shots, knowing that we're always gonna hit the head and take you down. And it's like the calm guy. He's like, guys, you wanna have fun, you have fun, that's all cool and all. I'm gonna make sure we win this match, and that's exactly why he stopped fragging. Kuzuri now, he has the sheriff to his name, will pick up 2-1 taps, secure that one-man advantage for Paratroops. Novi in his lonesome fighting for Team Flawless's life in this tournament. He's running out of time, so he really does need to push in fast. We'll just end up getting caught out
Attackers
by
win.
Glyph. And that's the head going pop with that judge, and Paratroops moving on to the round of 16. This team, like the entertainment they provide, keep that on one hand and then take the confidence they have on the other to be able to pull out plays like this. That's got to take nerves of steel, and I applaud them for that.
Nerves of steel and a lot of skill. That is what Paratroops is made of, ladies and gentlemen. And this game and the previous ones that we saw them in before just goes to showcase how good and how amazing this team actually is. And then moving forward into the round of 16, it's just going to be a treat to watch even more.
I'm really excited to see how much further Paratroops can make it, and when we really get to see serious mode turned on for Paratroops as they are now getting closer and closer to teams that they genuinely have to try hard against. So we'll have to see. For now though, Team Flawless, props given to them for making it this far in their first try. They put on a good show. For Paratroops with the aggressive playstyle able to take them down. We'll take a second, talk about the entire matchup, talk about the identity of Paratroops just a little bit more, and how the aggressive playstyle can be punished later in this tournament with the Relive the Moment, brought to you by Ideapad Gaming 3 Notebook, powered by Ryzen 4000 series processors, perfect for gaming and multitasking. Now, aggressive, like, I think the crux of the identity of Paratroops, their aggressive, chaotic playstyle, I feel like really is Binks, because the way he's able to fly on into sides, the way he's able to take mid control in a lot of rounds, the way he's able to use his grenades to just sort of disrupt any play that the other team wants to do, it sets up the other team to follow on through other sides. You see Strix pushing on from one particular side in coordination with Binks, and you see Edit taking control of that third side. That sort of coordinated map-wide push, that shows me a level of communication that makes Paratroops a team to be reckoned with.
That is completely true. I agree with you on that. Binks, he's like that. He's like, I don't know, that chaotic element for the team. And Strix is like that. Strix is like the second chaotic element. He's not chaotic. He's just very systematic, and he's just an aim god. Let's say Strix. He's one of those players that I have seen him hit shots that I didn't even know were possible with a mouse. It's as though he turned on a script called word.exe and he just popped someone's head 180 and then 360 again and found another head instantly. That is what Strix is, and Binks opening up so much on his own as well. And Edit, he's like that calm guy, as you just said. He's like that player you can always rely on no matter what situation he's in to make sure his team is going to be coming out with this round. And this kind of a team coming out, and it's just even stronger. Look at Kazuya, look at Diddle. These players add to that nature, making sure that Paratroops is a team that they don't have any gaps. They have no way of losing. And moving forward, when more of their strategies come out, more of the serious plays, more of the rotation plays, more of the, let's say, peaking play styles that we know them for, I really want to see what kind of the new strategies they're bringing down to the table, not just this.
Yeah, because that's definitely one of the advantages to not like revealing much in these earlier stages. You get to surprise your opponents in the later stages of the tournament with what you bring to the table. So Paratroops definitely a team to keep your eye on, and there'll be plenty of time to do that now that they're moving on to the round of 16. Thankfully, that was just our map 1 of the day. Paratroops really setting the stage for what we can expect from map 2 and 3, showing us the spicy entertainment that we're going to get throughout the day. So make sure to get the updates for that entertainment. You like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below. Get all the updates you need to all the streams we bring to you here. For now, check out the links in the description for some sales and discounts. Do some shopping, perhaps even window shopping, while we go get ready for our map 2 and just set up the match between Reckoning Esports and White Shadow soon to come. For now, we'll take a break and we'll see you there in map 2 with the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 5, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD.
And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Let's make the most of this night. Come on, baby, take my hand. And we don't need to do the things we don't want to do. Baby, while we're young,
coming into the competition after a long break and showing us that they will maintain that champion position. Rexy, he's not gonna give up. It's do or die. He makes himself known. And Amaterasu with the finishing blow. Velocity Gaming, they are your champions of the TEC Challenger Series 4. And welcome back to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 5, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD. We have AFK Gaming as our media partner as well. We're back with the second game for today. My name is Apollonia. I'll be joining Aggressive on the panel as the host and caster. I'm so happy to be here, Aggressive. How are you feeling now that Outperform will be going up against Godlike Esports?
Outperform a team that it has a lot of names on it that we know and love, mainly being Teflon Mike. He was a person back in Reckoning Esports and now playing for a new organization. He is one of those crutch omen players that we have seen take rounds off the board that he had no business winning with his hyper aggressive plays, with his beautiful smoke play and his paranoias. And now bringing this kind of caliber into this new team, which doesn't really have members that I know personally of, but I'm really hoping to see what they can do. And we already know what Godlike can do. So I don't really need to talk about that much now, do I?
All right. So Teflon Mike, yes, we did see him as part of Reckoning Esports in the last two series, but right now he is with Outperform, and I'm excited to see what him and his teammates have in store. There we have Shan, Rudra, Pixel Focus, and I Am Boots. They will be starting on the defender side of Split, the chosen map. So, you know, a lot of eyes is going to be on the defensive side, but hey, Godlike Esports, they'll be starting out on the side of attack, and you already know them. Scar God, Whitehorse, Knight Rider, Shivy, with their latest edition of Deathmaker, who, quite honestly, kind of blew our minds the last time around when we watched them on stream. Now, this is the round of 32, so, you know, competition's going to get a little bit tough, but I do feel that Godlike Esports, they might just have the upper hand here, you know, if we're looking at their track record.
Looking at the track record, yes, of course, they do. But at the same time, you have to give it to the new teams to bring up something really different, to bring up something brand new. And Godlike, they cannot let their guard down. This is still a round of 32. There are no second chances moving forward. So they need to bring their A games. And Godlike is one of those teams, they never play around. When it comes to their play styles, when it comes to what they do, they will always, and I mean always, take the fight straight to your face. And I'm really hoping to see what they do here as well. And of course, it's going to be Shivy going onto that breach, his known, trusted, true pick when it comes to the map of Split. So let's see what they're going to be doing down here. We already know what's going to be happening with Knight Rider and Shivy, but Deathmaker on this race, it's going to be an interesting thing to watch for sure.
Cool, because, you know, Deathmaker, we saw him primarily on the Jet, and he definitely left an impression on a lot of the viewers when he was back with Global Esports, and he helped a lot by taking away a lot of pressure off of Global Esports when they went up against Velocity Gaming, who was our 3-time champions. So, you know, Deathmaker, he has a lot of history here in the Challengers series. And, you know, him on the race, I can understand that because Knight Rider is a really good jet in itself. So, you know, to take Deathmaker, he's going to frag out of his mind anyway. So why not? Let's have Knight Rider, Deathmaker, playing the duelist roles. I think that's the ultimate plan here for Godlike Esports. Now, let's have a quick look at Outperform. And this is cool. The duelists are going to be Teflon Mike and Boots. Now, Teflon Mike used to be on the Omen. Now he's on the duelist. So, you know, this is definitely going to be juicy here, Aggressive.
It's going to be really interesting because there are 3 duelists on the side of Outperform, and there's only 2 as for the side of two for the side of the attack, but already we're seeing a very fast push come up from the side of Deathmaker. He takes that first blood onto I Am Booth, but Rudra, he takes one on the Knight Rider, who was extremely low on the back end. He's holding down the fort for as long as he can, but the side control is going to be going into the favor of Godlike Esports. They're going to be moving forward. The Roomba is going to be trying to clear out the corner. Knows exactly that one person's in the back end, but Chibi, he answers back on Teflon Mike with a well-placed classic right-click shot to take him out. It's going to be Sean moving himself forward, gets one kill on the Chibi, but still side control is going to be there no matter what. But another kill goes in the favor of ScarGod, forcing this retake into a 3 versus 2 situation. But already one kill goes in the favor of Rudra, but ScarGod from the back end is able to clean him up. And a beautiful attacking round coming out from the side of Godlike.
I did like the post-plant positions. There were 2 on site, and you know, Shivy, he was watching A lobby. He got taken out, but you know, nonetheless, we got like Esports. They spread themselves out. They anticipated the retake, and they pretty much took the last 3 kills simultaneously. So this is the strength that Outperform has to fight. It's going to be a huge task. Now looking at Split, it definitely leans more to being a defense favored map, but you can pull off a really good plan and get those rounds on the side of attack if you are coordinated, you got that teamwork. You look at Split as a whole for opportunities and not tunnel on one. But I guess this is going to be a very aggressive and fast push coming up from Godlike. They're on site. Knight Rider will find first blood. Shan returns to kill ScarGod and White Horse. They're going to chime in as well, and that leaves Outperform with only 2 defenders.
Planted.
It is their eco round. So I would suggest, you know, they look for a few more kills, try to make the best out of this situation here.
1 enemy remaining.
Deathmaker, he's making the best out of the situations instead. It seems he finds 1 kill, looking for the second, but Chibi, he steals it away with a well-placed headshot, being able to get that kill on the Rudra, and a beautiful attacking round coming out from the side of Godlike. That was a very fast execute, and the fact that there was no members on site except for one, sorry, that they were able to just take the site pretty easily. And this B site is extremely easy to break into when you have that breach, because the breach flash going through the pillar is going to flash anyone on the other side, while you can use a flash as allowing the jet to dash in, take anyone away from the back of side, while you can flash yourselves and your other members in by putting a frontal flash right at the main entrance of garage to get all of the side control. And again, we're seeing a very heavy execute going down onto this A side.
Indeed, Rudra gonna be the first to pick off. It is the full buy, the gun round. It's usually the 3rd round here. Shan's gonna take a White Horse, and this looks like a little bit of a bounce back from Outperform. Who would have thought? But they did make it all the way right here to round off 32. So you know they're gonna pack a punch. Deathmaker dropped to only 30 HP. Gonna dash out that boombot. Use the satchel to jump away, and he has 3 HP left. Shivy's gonna chime in, find a kill for himself, and the attackers are down to 2 members left. Shivy, pretty healthy on that breach, but Deathmaker, he doesn't have as much luck as his IGL. Now Shivy might just have to lead the charge here, and he is gonna spot the Reyna, picks up the kill, one more around the corner, and in bad time, but perfect for Teflon Mike, and Deathmaker is there to return it. 1 bullet is all it takes to take down Deathmaker. Let's see how much he can make a difference here. And he will spot out the spy cam, takes that out. And now
30
he's
seconds
gonna
left.
be cornered. Doesn't look too bright for Deathmaker here. And oh my goodness, that was a little bit odd, but Pixel Focus, staying true to his name, spots the little head that Deathmaker just poked out right there up the road.
That was a well-played round coming out from the side of the defense, punishing the aggressive plays that was coming out. They played at a much more defensive angles while taking heaven control as well from a defensive side. Knowing for the fact that Knight Rider, he loves to dash in, Rudra stayed at the back corner and then peeked after the flash dissipated, allowing him to get that punish on the Knight Rider, who got a bit too trigger happy trying to dash right in without his smokes being in front of him. Does get caught out, and of course the heaven side was being controlled by 2 other members with the spray downs, and they didn't really have the support that Knight Rider could have brought in that kind of situation. But already another fast execute going down onto this A side, but this time the smokes are coming out from the side of Knight Rider as he's slowly taking this control. Holding down these angles are gonna be won, but Deathmaker, he's too fast for Teflon Mike, just lands it right on the dome. But Sean, he has his own vengeance. He's gonna be able to find one. The spam does come through, and Deathmaker, a beautiful play with those satchels and a beautiful wall bang as well to take out a second, evening up the playing field, taking it down to a 3 versus 3 situation. But still, a lot of ground is being covered by the side of Whitehorse. He's slowly making his way through the ARAM's position to see what he can find, but it's just a square off with only 50 seconds left on the clock. And Boots, he's holding down this corner really hard, and if anyone walks in his crosshair vicinity, it's all over for them.
But like approaching this very strategically. They don't just tunnel onto one spot, but here will be the A ramp push, Whitehorse, on this Cypher. And he is very valuable for the
30
team. He
seconds
proves
left.
it again as he takes now Boots. And now the defenders, we do see the Cypher coming in for the rotate. Rudra is going to catch Shivy off guard. And Rudra finds a double kill. This is massive for Outperform. A team coming out of nowhere. They could potentially be underdogs, but Rudra's going to fall. Deathmaker, he clutches the round with a beautiful 4K. Leave it up to Deathmaker if you must, but that was an insane comeback. It looked almost like it was leaning on the side of Outperform when Rudra manages to pick up that double kill. But Deathmaker, he came back, cleaned that up real nice for Godlike Esports.
They didn't really expect the rotation to come out this early from the side of the Outperform, but still, Deathmaker, he's ever so consistent and ever so reliable when it comes to those clutch situations. We can already see him here marking his own territory, being like, this is the place where Outperform is not allowed to enter, ladies and gentlemen. Already, the shots and the clutches are going to be coming in. Slowly creeping its way forward down this mid side to see what he can find. This, of course, is the eco round for the side of Outperform. So they're going to be having a pretty rough time going up against all of these fandoms. But at the same time, Sean, we have seen what he can do when he has a gun in his hand. And even if it's a Sheriff, even if it's a Bulldog even, he's going to be hitting all of his shots. So let us see what they can do. But a very, very heavy push coming out onto this mid side, taking this fence control with Deathmaker's nade as well. They're holding down for as long as he can, and the damage, that's gonna hurt a lot for the side of the Cypher. He takes a lot, and the A side, B side executes already really coming through, and Deathmaker and Whitehorse take one each to boot as well.
Two defenders down, Pixel focus
Spike
here with the
planted.
Sheriff at 28 HP. The damage dealt by the paint shell thrown in by Deathmaker. And Knight Rider's gonna find Shan. Last two members alive. Not able to pick up a gun for themselves, but you know, eco round, it will serve its purpose. The next round, Outperform should definitely look to try and secure it. But Godlike, look, it's so solid. And even right now, they have the advantage of numbers here, but they're gonna still choose to play it
Last
slow
player standing.
and have that discipline. Rudra picks up the kill on Deathmaker, and Shivy's quick to return it. Now Pixel focus, he's going for the defuse. Fault line connects from Shivy, and a bullet right after. Fourth round for Godlike Esports.
Oh god damn it, Shimi survives that. Shimi's like, yeah, I'm just gonna go out in style, but the mob's like, nah, you did pretty well. You got the fault line kill, so I'm gonna be letting you live. And that was a beautiful round coming out from this side of Godlike Esports. Not a very fast execute onto any side. They took aggressive mid control, knowing for the fact that the opponents didn't really have any guns to contest them down on this mid side. They were able to take easy B-heaven control, and they could even go into vents, but they didn't choose to go into vents because of one reason. A shotty may have just been waiting for them in vents, and that was two members easily going down to the hands of that shotty if they were not careful. That was a really good call to go into vents, having all of the flashes coming out from the side of Shivy, having the paint shells to make sure no one would push through the smoke that was being placed by Scargod. A beautifully well executed round. And as we have this pause going out, Oppo, I'm going to be asking you, what do you think that Outperform can do as they have this triple duelist composition to try and counteract these hyper-aggressive pushes that are coming out from the side of Godlike?
You know, unfortunately, they are starting on the side of defense. I do feel that they do have the tools to go extremely aggressive. We always talk about changing things up, being creative, and approaching every round in a different manner. So, you know, you're not always going to be standing at the same spot. It makes you very easy to be read by the opponent. So, you know, I would like to see some rounds where, you know, defense might just push up a little bit more aggressive. They do have a lot of visual impairment. Looking at the flashes that can come out from Teflon Mike on that Phoenix, or even the Reyna on the side of Rudra, who is leading at the top of the board now for Outperform. 7 kills, and it's really great to see. Teflon Mike's not having a really great day, but you know, it does take time for teams to kind of, you know, find their footing. So let's see how this is going to play out. The pause is done, and Godlike, they're looking for a big entrance here onto the A side. Knight Rider with the dash, he's going to toss out that Cloud Burst, just spraying in spots that he might suspect a defender will be staying. And Knight Rider, he's close enough to see Sean, picks up that kill. A little bit of help there with his buddy. But this is definitely going to set off the alarms. Teflon Mike finding the kill on Scargod, just evening it out for his team here. And Rudra back in screens. The last time he was there, he did find a double. It could be history repeating itself. But Rudra pushing in even further. It's going to find one. 1-for-1 trade. And it's still an even playing field here.
Come on, let's go!
They're holding on the fort for as long as they can, but Deathmaker, he's way too quick, but Teflon Mike, he's way faster, does the 180 in the running back to protect himself and get that one kill, and Pixel Focus, ever so focused himself, gets a 2K using all the commotion done by Teflon Mike's running back to the best advantage to get those 2 kills on the side of Elbow and to take the round away from the side of Godlike. A beautiful defending round coming out from the side of the defenders. And Outperform, they're performing once again.
Indeed, and that was a really good round for them. You know, we were just talking about how it takes a while, you know, for some teams to kind of adjust really to the movements of their enemies, and they seemed very prepared there, as well as Pixel Focus picking up the last double. That was a really nice touch. 2-4 on the scoreboard. A little bit more work for Outperform to definitely try to do and get a lead instead. But let's see how this pans out. The match is still early, and we're gonna move into the 7th round. Teflon Mike here, spraying out of his mic. He's gonna spot out Deathmaker, and Boots is there to assist him. Does get flash, has to back away pretty quickly. Bodies are falling. Knight Rider's gonna dash in. He's looking in the wrong direction. Sean's gonna pick him up. A White Horse is there, and so many return kills coming out from both teams. That's where you know that they have everything together. They are expecting this. They know how to play against one another, and I think it speaks volumes about Outperform here. Now Stargod, he's gonna go for the spray, and Teflon Mike's gonna go down. Now only 2 defenders left, 1 member, and that is going to be White Horse, who is extremely low. But Rudra popping that Empress. Might just want to wait for that Seismic Blast to remove itself. Shivy ready with the flash. White Horse there to back him up, and Shivy's gonna flash out. Does hit White Horse, but they're trying to stop this retake, and White Horse goes down. Rudra, he's looking for blood, but Scargod's too quick, and Shivy's there to help his buddy out. That is the 5th round for Godlike Esports. It was really intense. And you know, these rounds that Godlike Esports are picking up, it's not as if these rounds are lost by Outperform with a huge gap. You know, it's pretty close to the T.
These are rounds that they're losing, I think it's just due to their execution problems, I would say. When it comes to these retake scenarios, they're not really peeking angles together. They're taking positions, but at the same time, they're not really peeking to see if they're going to be going in for a fight. They need to try and hold down different angles, but Teflon Mike with that 1 tap comes on massive. He's like, I'll show you what I can do with this Sheriff, and he does find it. And Sean, he gets a lot of information with that peek out coming out. Oh my god, Sean! Ooh, you gotta feel that. You gotta feel that. Deathmaker probably jumped out of his chair after feeling that shot come out. But Shivy, he's able to get that reverse kill off and see what he can find. And that was a beautiful play coming out from the side of the defense, making it even. Stevens on the board, 3 versus 3, and all the members, I believe, have guns this time.
Now Knight Rider, he's on site. All the attackers are. It's gonna take a little bit of time for the defenders to make their way over, but Boots, he's gonna spot out Knight Rider, shoves a couple of daggers right at his head, and Boots, he does get that reset on the ultimate. He's just waiting for the audio cue. Play it safe. The spike has been planted, secured by Shivy. Now, What is Shivy gonna do in this circumstance? He spots out one, but that is a flying jet. Boots is gonna take it out. Whitehorse is just Shivy against two. Teflon Mike and Pixel Focus, they know exactly where he is. Shivy's gonna pick up this kill, but he's gonna burn and fall to Pixel Focus. And that will be an easy defuse for Outperformance. They secure their third round. I think this is gonna be pretty close here. Thrifty as well, just to top it all off.
Outperformed is outperforming the entirety of Godlike Esports. It seems Deathmaker felt that hard. That headshot from Teflon Mike and Sean was absolutely incredible. The roam though seems a bit disorientated on my side, but it's probably just me. But oh my god, we need to talk about this play coming out from them. A very fast push coming out from the side of B main, because they knew for a fact that there is always one lurker outside of B who's trying to get as much information as possible. And they were able to punish that while immediately and Sean, he just won the aim duel. There's nothing to really talk about that. There was no strategy. It was just him being a goat at Valorant.
Indeed, now this is Rudra back in screens, and he's gonna find one. You've got to be careful of this madman here on the side of Outperform. Pixel Focus chimes in. Rudra finds a double, and it looks like Godlike might just be falling. It was a 5 round. And Boots, Teflon Mike, everyone gets a kill. And that is how you do it. Outperform. It's almost like they've cracked Godlike Esports. They know what it is they have to do to bring it back, and it's just amazing to see a little bit of a momentum shift. But hey, it's still not too late for Godlike Esports. They still have the round advantage, but this double kill here by Rudra, that was just massive.
That's one of the biggest power angles of the entirety of Split. If you hold from screens, there's no one that can cross this mid unless there is a smoke there. And even if there is a smoke, you can go in for the pop shots and be in a very, very defensive place where you can get away no matter what happens to you. And Rudra using that expertly when it came to this round. But slowly, we're going to be seeing a heavy push come out from the back end. But Rudra is way too quick. He takes out the raid boss. Deathmaker goes down, and he's going to be able to get out as well. But Knight Rider, he's able to answer it back on the Teflon Mike with his own right click. He's able to get a gun for himself this time around in the eco round. Is gonna be in their favor just a little bit. One more member has gone down as well as Scargot gets that one tap onto Boots. The ultimate does come out, but Sean, he finds the positioning and he gets a reverse headshot on the Shimmy. A beautiful play, leaving only one member remaining for the side of the defense. Knight Rider going in massive with all of his daggers, but Sean, he's dangerous with this Phantom. We have seen him hit shots that could do a lot of damage, and Sean doing it beautifully, using the dark cover in that kind of scenario. Gets that first kill on the Scargot, but the time is ticking. The bomb is just going to about to explode, but Knight Rider, he's doing the jiggle. He's being the Jigglypuff this time around, ladies and gentlemen. He goes in for the dash and going for the fake. Sean, 1 HP remaining. He's trying to do as much damage as he can, trying to save this gun, and he can, but the spike is just about to blow. And a thrifty round coming out from the side of Godlike Esports. A beautiful eco indeed.
Was actually really well played by Sean. I mean, the point goes over to Godlike Esports, but in such a high pressure situation, you could see that he was trying everything he could to try to make the best out of it. And you know, I think that shows a lot of game sense. Godlike Esports, they were correct. They played with a lot of time. Even though they got shot down low, they just waited, they kept themselves hidden, and you know, if Sean was going to go for that defuse, they were ready to make themselves known once again. So you know, it was a very interesting round, but Godlike Esports, they're going to maintain that lead. And as we approach the last couple of rounds in this first half, right on the scoreboard here, Rudra definitely picking up his team. Sean has definitely made his way up to the top. And as for Godlike Esports, it's Deathmaker making his rounds. Now a full-on attack here in the middle part of Split. And this is the mid control that we love to see. Some defenders making themselves known, but the dark cover is kind of putting, you know, a wall between both the teams. Now Shivy, safe in vents, along with Deathmaker, looking for this setup here to push up into the A tower up in heaven there. Shivy's gonna let out that flash. They do spot the hotheads thrown in, but Boots will find a double, and that is gonna be a huge loss for Godlike Esports. Scargot does manage to get a return kill, but what will Godlike Esports do? Now as they approach the B site, we do see the Cypher, he's coming, and Teflon Mike's just behind, but Deathmaker takes him out. And this is exactly what the attackers need to
Spike
do to
planted.
bring it back in their favor. This could be anybody's game. We have to take note that ScarGod is extremely low. It's all down to the team that is more coordinated, and if they are looking in the right direction to pick up those kills.
Two members are gonna be dropping out from the heaven side, it seems, but still,
Last
ScarGod,
player
he's in the
standing.
power angle, but
One enemy
Deathmaker, he
remaining.
finds one, but Rudra, he has seen him, this guy go for aim duels, left, right, and center, leaving him down in a 1v1 against Deathmaker, and Deathmaker, he's playing the main ground, he's gonna take the fight, but Rudra, he finds it all out, but will he have enough time is the real question. The spike diffuser is gonna be going through, but it's gonna be pretty close, and I don't think he does have enough time, ladies and gentlemen, just one more second and he would have had it. A beautiful play coming out from the side of
Last
Rudra, but
round in the
Deathmaker,
half.
he played that clock down so well. He didn't go for the aim duel until the very last second, knowing for the fact that the Reyna needed to try and go for this kill, and if he went for this kill a much more further distance away, it would have taken him longer to go in for that spike plant. He played the clock down perfectly, making sure that Rudra was not going to be able to go for a clutch.
Indeed, that was a great
safe.
round, playing around the timer. We do see it happen a lot more as, you know, the series kind of progress. And, you know, it's like players, they're figuring out. Last time, you know, we used to see teams just go for the plant and just kind of go for the fight. But, hey, you know, it's all about post-plant positions and buying as much time as you can. When you're on the attacking side, you gotta defend the spike. But Boots with a great spray there, he's gonna take down Deathmaker. And I think, you know, Godlike Esports trying to push this mid area might be one too many times. Although Godlike Esports have found a way to still maintain that lead. Knight Rider picking off a kill of his own, down to a 4v4. The spike taking a little bit of a chill. And Godlike Esports, if anything, they're gonna take this one slow.
Knight Rider, he's making a lot of noise on this vent side to see what he can find, but again, this amount of noise being made sure that they were going to be holding it down, trying to make the defenders think that they're going to be rotating back onto one side, but he's not going to be in Boots. He's sitting inside of the dark cover, does not check his left corner. Knight Rider, he's able to finish him off. Teflon Mike goes down as well to the hands of Chevy, leaving only Rudra and Pixel Focus to go into this 2 versus 4 retake scenario. Gonna be really difficult. This is the last round, and Chevy, he's tapping away, he's spraying away at that smoke.
I know
Find
exactly
a random
where you
headshot, but with the ultimate coming
Spike
out from the
planted.
side of Whitehorse, it's all over. The last 2 remaining members have been spotted out, and they're looking out for blood. Beautiful full-time situations as well, but Rudra again, this man, when it comes to his headshot, he's gonna be rating supreme. He gets 2 kills. But ScarGod, he answers back with his own, taking down
Weapon
2
here.
himself, taking the
Switching
scoreline
sides.
to a 8-4 in the favor of Godlike.
Indeed, the first half is over, and Godlike Esports, they managed to secure 8 rounds, and that is just the strength of them. Looking at Outperform, they did get to magic number 4, and you know, you did post a question about what is going to be the most effective for the composition, you know, the lineup that Outperform has. And judging by, you know, that Reyna, and they have the Phoenix as well, and the
This is
Jet,
my spot.
they could do some
This goes
really
here,
sick
that goes
combos
there.
with that on the attacking side. But hey, it's not going to be easy. Godlike Esports, we've seen them
They
numerous
clash against
times
our
on
wall.
Split, and they know how to hold a fort down good. So this is going to be a massive task for the side of Outperform. But let's see what they've got here in the pistol round, all about accuracy. And they are going to go for a little bit of a split up. Likely to be a mid takeover as they move over right into the B tower. Whitehorse, he's gonna push out, but Sean is quick to find him. Now that leaves the B side exposed. Shivy takes down one, but Pixel Focus is there. Knight Rider's gonna come
Spike
in
planted.
and show that he's gonna contribute to the success of his team. Now the spike has been planted, it's down to a 3v3. How is Outperform gonna maintain this attack?
enemy remaining.
Pixel Focus takes out one.
enemy
Deathmaker fights
remaining.
Teflon Mike. Pixel Focus with a triple 1v1 situation. Deathmaker's gonna come out on top, and with an easy defuse, this pistol round in the second half goes over to the side of Godlike Esports.
really love the attacking idea coming out from the side of Outperform. They were able to take side control really quickly, but at the same time, again, heaven control was denied. Maybe you'd have gone for the rotation instead, and that would have been the better play. Yes, you got that kill onto two aggressive players coming out of B Garage, but at the same time, after getting those two picks, you know for a fact that the team is going to be rotating in really quick, and even if you get that spike plant, not a lot of utility has been baited out from the other members, and them having all of their utility, Deathmaker having that grenade, having the boombot, having the Roomba, made sure that no matter what happens, he's going to be able to get back into the side and get the kills that he needs to, and he played those trades perfectly as well. And that is what he does bring down to the table, and Deathmaker, he has all of the information in the world. He needs to get back out immediately. The nade's going to be coming out as well to get one more. Jimmy has his back on Teflon Mike to take him out at the bare minimum, and in the back corner, it's going to be another kill by the Roomba to take out I Am Boots. Contact is going to be made by Rudra. He's in a very sneaky position. He's probably going to be able to find him, but Deathmaker, he's way too quick with the headshot, and with the lineup kills onto Sean and Pixel Focus, he gets a 4K for himself and the 10th round on the board for the side of Godlike Esports.
Deathmaker just does it time and time again. I don't even recall a single match where we have watched where Deathmaker was in it and there wasn't at least a 4K. Or 3K, you know, the least. But that was a good round, double digits for Godlike Esports. Deathmaker here, you know, picking up that kill, that second, the third. Oh my goodness, a total of 4. That is just insane. Now this is going to be tough for Outperform to come. It's going to be tough for them and a lot of pressure to come back, solely because Godlike Esports, they are inching their way closer to the victory scoreline. But Rudra, making his time count, will take out Knight Rider here. And Deathmaker, waiting in vents, could push the dark cover, and that is exactly what he's gonna do. Now this is pretty risky, but Deathmaker, he doesn't care about it at all. Gonna switch up his position in perfect time as the dark cover disappears. Don't want to be left out exposed. He knows what to expect, and he looks up, trying to take out a bit of utility usage there, but Rudra, he's gonna find one and falls as well. Shivy's gonna go down, and it's all up to White Horse. But looking at Outperform, just staying there right in mid, finding those kills, and they had the lurkers kind of go around, pick up those kills closer to, you know, the A ramp side. I like that bit of strategy coming out from Outperform because it was different and they had a little bit more patience. They kind of capitalized on the impatience of Godlike Esports.
I completely agree with you on that, and them being able to do that just goes to show that this team, they know how to adapt really quickly, and with the rounds coming forward, if they're able to do that even better and catch the entirety of Godlike off guard, even if they have 5 rounds on the board to try and make up, they're gonna be in a really, really good scenario. But Teflon Mike, he wants to try and get this ultimate orb. He wants this, run it back, but a beautiful smoke coming out from the side of ScarGod. And another beautiful camera as well from White Horse. Just this camera can literally see everything. No one can really break this camera really either. But White Horse, he does get caught out by the shots coming out from I Am Boots. And the side is going to be taken over. ScarGod being the only last remaining member down on this side. He's going to be able to TP away. But Rudra has his phone number, calls him up and sends him back home, ladies and gentlemen. As already the shots are gonna be raining in. Side control has been established by the side of the attackers, and Shivy, he gets that first kill off onto Sean. He's gonna be alive and kicking. Needs one more kill to go in for a bit of a play with his ultimate. He's gonna be able to find it. It's gonna hurt a lot, but Deathmaker, he does have the showstopper as he's gonna be moving forward. Deathmaker gets that first kill on the Pixel Focus. The flashes are gonna be coming out as well to try and see what he can find, but Rudra is way too quick for Knight Rider. He does get taken out. Teflon Mike uses the ultimate to see what he can do, and but Deathmaker, he gets a kill onto Rudra immediately, and out to Teflon Mike as well, being able to take out the running back clone and then immediately capitalize on his positioning and get the spike defuse as well. A beautiful round coming out from the side of the defenders to take us to the 11th round on the board for their side.
Oh, Deathmaker, that was just absolutely nuts. Picking up that last 3K there. I did like the coordination here. You see Deathmaker picking up that kill onto Pixel Focus, and Shivy just using his abilities. Teflon Mike to pop that ultimate, find the kill was great, but Deathmaker, he was just so quick. He knew, he had a hunch on where Teflon Mike would be returning to, that run it back, that spot. Deathmaker, he knew that exactly, and that was a great round. Clutched that out. 11 points for Godlike Esports, and it's not looking so bright for Outperform. Letting this slip away. But hey, round of 32 going up against a juggernaut of a team. Godlike Esports has placed in the top 8 time and time again. So it is going to be a massive task. Now the Rolling Thunder comes out from Shivy. He's going to fight Teflon Mike. Deathmaker chimes in, takes down 2. And it's all over in a matter of seconds as Shivy and Deathmaker. Wow, we see like a new duo coming out here, Shivy and Deathmaker working hand in hand. It used to be a lot of Shivy and Knight Rider kind of thing, but it looks like, they Godlike Esports, they're changing up the dynamic a little bit, and hey, if it works, go for it. So that's gonna be match point for Godlike Esports.
This double duelist strategy is something that was really rare coming out from the side of Godlike, because they always had that single duelist composition. But now that Deathmaker is on the squad, they're rotating over to this strategy, and this is so potent and so powerful when they play their cards right. Them giving up this breach on a lot of the other maps just goes to show what they want to do when they have Deathmaker on their squad. On the map of Split, this map was already their crutch map, and now it's just gotten even better with the addition of Deathmaker on this raid. It's just gonna hurt a lot, but Wydorz, he's the first one to answer. He's gonna be taking out two, goes in for a peek, but he doesn't take it out. But Scar got in a beautiful position. He's able to fight 3 with a spray down, and already it's rolling all over with Sean going down to the hands of Knight Rider, being sent to the abyss with that Reaver operator, ladies and gentlemen. And Godlike Esports, they move over to the round of 16, and Team Outperform, sadly, they're gonna be sent back home.
Really enjoyed watching that match, and despite the scoreline being 13-5, there were many interesting rounds. Outperform, they gave Godlike Esports a tough time. You could see that Godlike, they were pulling out their tricks, they were pulling out their strategy, they approached rounds very carefully, solely because Outperform, they were well versed in what they did, and I really enjoyed watching this match so much here in the round of 32. There it is, Deathmaker right at the top. You cannot ignore Rudra there. He was definitely taking a lot of pressure off of his team. Now Shivy and Shan there to follow up. All in all, it was a great game. We're going to talk more about it by moving into Relive the Moment, brought to you by Ideapad Gaming 3 Notebook, powered by 4000 Series Ryzen Processors, perfect for gaming and multitasking. All right, so Aggressive, I'm a little excited here. Okay, I got just why I like that match so much was because in the round of 32, when you're in the earlier rounds of the competition, you usually see a skill mismatch. I thought it was going to be the case here with Godlike Esports against Outperform, but you cannot deny some amazing moments pulled off by Rudra and by Shan on the side of Outperform. And, they were a team that made it up to the round of 32. We could see that there was a lot of practice, there was a lot of coordination, and they clearly know exactly what Valorant is about. But if you're talking about consistency and maybe a little bit more of their mechanical prowess, Godlike Esports, they definitely have it. Deathmaker went nuts, insane. Shivy as an initiator whose primary job is to do a setup, the fact that he can frag at the same time shows the power that Shivy has. And Skargod, Knight Rider, Whitehorse, they did what they had to do. They did take down some really crucial kills. So overall, Godlike Esports, they have the package and they're consistent. Outperform, they're going in the right direction, and I can't wait to see them next time. What are your thoughts here, Aggressive?
I love what Outperform did, but I think that they had one primary flaw, and I think that is the IGLing. When you compare the team movements to the comparison of Godlike, if you just look at the minimap, the way that Godlike move, they're very coordinated, they're very meticulous, I would say, in their movements, in their placements. But it seems like from the side of Outperform, each and every player is just in a very, very solo position. There's no real team plan, there's no real coordination being like, hey, I'm gonna be coming over here, I'm holding here, you can hold up here instead. Let's say one is holding heaven, one is holding screens, but the positioning is just so off that the team is not really moving together as one unit, and they're just moving individually. It's a game of chess, I would say. Like, let's say a Masters player versus a intermediate player. This is what it felt like when it came to the movements of the players around the map. And that is where Godlike got that one up in comparison. It was not really the huge, like massive skill discrepancy when it came to the mechanical aim. It all came down to the smallest bits of details. And that, I believe, personally, is because of the IGLing.
All right. Once again, congratulations to Godlike Esports for making it over to the round of 16. Can you believe the Challengers Series 5 is here and we are on the round of 32? The next time we're going to see all these teams that progress from today is the round of 16. Time sure does fly. Now, we have a third game lined up for you, so do stay tuned. We'll be back very shortly after these messages. Stick around. the competition after a long break and showing us that they will maintain that champion position. Rexy, he's not gonna give up. It's do or die. He makes himself known. And Amaterasu with the finishing blow. Velocity Gaming, they are your champions of the TEC Challenger Series 4. And welcome back to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 5, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD. We have AFK Gaming as our media partner. We're back with game number 3, and it is going to be between ChillinWithFriends versus Ana OP. Now, we know this team Ana OP here, a tribute team, you could say, to Sentinel. And so far in this competition, they have had a really good run. They made it all the way to the round of 32 with some really insane games. We did see them yesterday where it was a little bit of a close call. So now going up against ChillinWithFriends, there's a little bit of talk about MW1 here, Aggressive.
MW1, a man, the myth, the legend. He is an absolute beast when it comes to just clicking heads. And now that Unknown is at the receiving end of it all, this is going to be an interesting game to watch for sure.
Now, looking at this, starting out on the defense side, the map will be Bind. And we do see here Ana OP, Survey, and Shand, the two duelists. They are absolutely nuts, and they are a huge component of this team here. Sentinel will not be playing today, and instead we do see Split Anurag stepping in on that Omen. So we're not going to expect to see a breach here. Kisei, Euphoria, they're going to do their own thing, but this 3 duelist composition, I do like it, and I'm excited for it. They are, however, starting out on the side of defense, so it does make it a little bit more interesting to see how Ana OP is going to utilize their abilities to pull off the perfect defense. Now, if we are looking on the side of MW1, it is, you know, a pretty well-rounded composition. You know, they are running the 2 duelists, 1 initiator, 1 sentinel, and 1 controller. Pretty standard. How do you think both these teams are going to fare against one another?
When it comes to the raw compositions, I will give it to the side of I will give it to the side which has the Sova, because the Sova is just so important to have in the map of Vine, that not having it, it's kind of something that needs to be desired for it. And the fact that Killua is on that Sova is just gonna give so much value and so much information instead of having that extra duelist for their side. But still, of course, this is a lot about comfort picks, but how much will comfort picks even matter when you're just gonna be revealed down into the site, and there's no way you're gonna be able to get out of it.
That goes then.
Now this is gonna be Kisei here, just setting up those abilities, and we will be starting out on. We will be starting out here in the pistol round. A little bit of a push. The defenders are going aggressive. Euphoria is gonna find 2, and Killua with a double return as well, right off the bat. The first few seconds of the round starting, and already 2 members are down. Now another member is going to fall from the side of ChillinWithFriends. And now Gusun, as he makes his way onto the B side, Killua will secure the plant. Gusun letting out that boom bot, and Shand wins a perfect nade. It's all up to Killua, 1v3 situation. He finds 1 kill, nicely done. That's the 3rd. He has to get an ace to clutch this. Killua with the 4th, and Kisei. What was that round? Killua coming out of nowhere. 4 kills right off the bat, but Kisei is there to save Ana OP. And this first round goes over to the defenders.
Killua. Oh my god, this guy's a one-tapping machine. And this is the Killua that I wanted to see. I have faced off against it so many times on these higher level lobbies that he is absolutely insane when it comes to those one-taps, and it seems as though he's bringing this to this game as well. He is absolutely in form, ladies and gentlemen. And that was a beautiful round, but KSAOP was able to get that last remaining headshot straight through the wall to shut him down, taking it to a 4. Taking 4 kills off the board in that round will allow them the luxury to go into for a force buy, and yes, they do opt to go for that force buy because of the amount of kills that they had and the spike plant as well, and they are probably going to be catching the entirety of Unknown off guard.
Cover going out.
Now Hectic here, setting out those dark covers. One covering the elbow and the defender side spawn. Kusun and Hectic, they're both gonna pick up quick kills. It looks like a little bit of a force buy coming in from the side of attack, and it seems to be paying off. MW1 with the Marshall gets a beautiful headshot onto Kisei. Now the spike plant has been secured by Hectic. 5 members still alive, and that is a flawless round as Kusun and Killua clean it up. And this will be the first round for Chillin' with Friends. I smell a close match here, Aggressive.
It's gonna be a close match if these two teams can keep up the strategies, but as I said before, like that force buy round coming out was really smart because it was supposed to happen. When you have 4 kills on the board, you get the spike plant, you must go in for the 4 buy. You can go in for the 4 buys if you're very confident that you're gonna be able to win it, and them being able to catch them off guard like that was beautiful. But still, this is gonna be a bad read coming up from the side of Unknown OP. They're going for a hyper aggressive push and they're running it down. They only have classics to their name, but a lot of footsteps were made. They know exactly where the members are coming from, and then they're gonna be facing it all down. Gushun gets one, Gushun takes a second, Gushun takes a third. He's gonna be able to find it all. Survey does use the TP, but the grinder is on the other side of the teleporter. As soon as this door opens, it's all over for him. Hectic gets the kill on a Survey, and Emporium's last one remaining. Going in for the shots. He's not gonna be able to hit it, and MW1 cleans up the last remaining member. Gushin gets the plant as well to clean it all up, taking us to a 1-2 scoreline.
Really like what Chillin' with Friends did, going in with that aggressive I like what Ana OP did, going in with that aggressive push from defense. But, you know, Chillin' with Friends, they were so quick to respond. They immediately heard footsteps. They figured out what the situation was. And Gusun, making himself known, picking up that 3K, was absolutely brilliant. Now, as we move on into the next round, this could actually be a round leaning over to the side of Ana OP, solely because now it is a full buy for them. It was an equal to previous. We do see the Hunter's Fury dropped here by Killua. Not gonna find a takedown or put down all that much damage, but hey, the recon bolt gets dashed out, take it out immediately. But the real attack is heading over to the B side here. Hookah and Hectic, he smells something coming. He's just gonna place that dark cover, watching the back lines, and he might just be the first to push. But Euphoria takes out Killua with the operator hiding there in garden, spots out another. He's gonna be quick. Euphoria gets his second kill, and the spike falls right in front of his eyes. This is valuable information for Ana OP. The full buys are making a huge difference. Kusun finds a kill. 3K for Euphoria, but he does fall to that showstopper. MW1 picking up Survey. It's down to this 2v2. Anurag and Shand, will they be able to stop the plant from happening? Kusun and MW1 might just go for this rotate. Kusun takes the teleporter. And MW1 takes down Anurag with the Vandal. It's a 2v1 situation. And the defender is there. Kusun spots him out. 20 HP. He's being rushed by Shan. And he's got to be careful. And Kusun falls. Now MW1 with only 15 HP. He's got to clutch this out. Shan has a full head of health, but MW1 clutches that out, and that's gonna be a 4K. Brilliantly done by Chillin' with Friends. So much action, but this is what we like to see here.
I am astounded by the level of strategy that was put into that round. Oh my god, I honestly thought that Gunsun was gonna be going in for that play where he was gonna go for the kill instead of going in for the plan. and that was absolutely incredible. He made sure he got the plant down, knowing that Gusun was probably gonna think that MW1 was gonna make a fast rotation coming out from behind him to get the kill, but instead he set up his teammate to get the kill instead. And this level of team play is gonna be so scary to deal with, and already MW1 gets one kill, Hectic gets another. And the two members are already gone. There are two more members sitting inside of this. Survey with a disgusting headshot with that deagle is able to take out one, but Hectic answers back immediately himself. And this broken gun being the Bucky. He finds one onto Hectic from the long range angle, goes in for the second. But the turret is able to clean up John to take him out, leaving only Split. Anurag to go in for the blaze, goes in for the Bucky shots. He does find one, and a good amount of damage being done economic-wise to the side of Chilling with Friends, taking it to a 1-4 scoreline for their side.
Right here.
You know, we've only seen Ana OP so much here on stream dominating, but it's kind of like they've almost met their match. Chilling with Friends, they are taking the attacking side by storm. A lot of patience, and Sean there being able to find a kill with that Bucky was pretty cool, but it wasn't quite enough. 60 Hertz just helping with the cleanup. Now we're gonna move into the next round. It was an eco previously for Ana OP, but now with the full buys, Euphoria on that operator, I am hoping to see some very juicy kills. And the attackers, they gotta stay creative because Ana OP, they pretty much know how games like this are gonna go. But MW1, did he kinda slip off the double crate? But hey, not to worry, he's got the up, and it's an up against one another. MW1 comes out on top. Euphoria, not a good time for him. And this is 60 Hertz sneaking behind, picking up Kisei. Anurag, quick for the return. Gusun's gonna find him. An eye for an eye. And Gusun thinking about it. Is he gonna make the aggressive push? Two defenders left. That's Survey and Chand. Let's see if they'll be able to clutch this one for the boys. And Gusun finds Survey. It's all up to Sean. He might just get backstabbed here, but he's gonna anticipate it. Sean picks up one. He's gonna toss the nade right at the box. And MW1 misses him by a hair and takes him out in the sky with that Sheriff. Brilliantly done.
Small tactical taps. MW1 showcasing his skills with that Sheriff down to perfection. The able to drag him straight through the air and take him out immediately. A beautiful attacking round coming out from the side of the attackers. And yes, MW1 was going in for those peaks. He tried to go in for a hyper-aggressive play, but he did slide off at the perfect moment because Euphoria, he was literally staring on that box. And MW1, he did make the misplay, but used this to his advantage because he baited Euphoria into peeking up top, instead going out very slowly, and he was able to take the operator fight win for himself. But MW1, what was that flick? What was that kill? What was that second kill? What just happened? I have no clue.
He's on fire right now. Sean, he's fighting for his life with the Sheriff here. He does have the showstopper. Gonna meet Killua. Take him out immediately. Beautiful one tap. And let's see if he's gonna be able to do it again. Now, Killjoy setting off that alarm board. Sean, he's in a little bit of a pickle. He's gonna get that Vandal, and Hectic takes it out. Cornered into that teleporter. But man, Chilling with Friends, they are taking this match by storm. They only gave away one round to Ana OP, but they have put their foot down. They are stopping the defenders in their tracks and showing them that they have so much capability here on the side of attack. And, you know, you did mention about how Sova is really good for getting information before you want to plan your attacks. And, you know, Sova being classified as an initiator, we see why he comes in so well with this composition here. Killua, he is an absolute madman on that Sova. So, you know, we love to see it. But what will Ana OP do? Because they have got to start raking up the rounds. Remember, magic number 4. If Ana OP is going to do better on the side of attack, they need to at least take a few rounds for themselves. And MW1's going to catch Anurag by the tail. He fires a shot, almost connects it. And he's just going to wait very patiently. We do see a very aggressive play by Hectic. 60 Hertz. Got to find Kisei instead. It's down to a 3v4. Euphoria here. He might just be ambushed. And he's taken out by Hectic. Survey there to return the kill. Spike has been planted. It's all up to Sean and Survey as they find an opportunity to make it a little bit more even for themselves. Now the boom ball comes out and Sean takes out Killua in that duel. MW1 left alone to fend for himself, and this is a brilliant round for Ana OP. All done by Sharn and Survey there. This will be the second round for the defense.
John and Survey, these two players are absolutely crutch players. When these guys are in these 2vx, let's say 1vx scenarios, they are absolutely incredible to watch. The usage of Chand and his satchel pack, used it in such a creative manner as well to get behind the wooden pillar so that even if he does get headshot by the side of Killua, he's gonna be able to survive. And Killua just probably dumped out for the fact that, oh my god, he actually just dodged my headshot by not dodging my headshot and using an object instead to block half of its damage. He was able to come out on top in that engagement just because of how smart he played it against Killua, and he was able to take away that round, taking it to a 2-6, and this could be the momentum shift that Ana OP needed to move forward into these next rounds.
Now Gusun here with the double satchel, slick moves. And he does still have the showstopper. He could utilize it, but he really wants a kill, and that was in perfect time. Euphoria shot down to a tank of health. Gusun is going to spray. He picks up Anurag, dealing so much damage, just peeling for his team. And now Survey will secure the kill. Gotta pop that Empress, and this is Shan on hookah duty. Survey just gonna push in the same time. Gotta be coordinated. Survey's gonna take down NW1, and he is gonna find the 3K down to a 2v2 once again. Survey and Euphoria this time as Shan falls. Now Hectic
One enemy remains.
chilling a little bit there in elbow, but Killua's gonna find a kill onto Euphoria with the Hunter's Fury. And that's gonna be a 4K for Survey. If he clutches this out, might just be an ace! And that is 5 kills for Survey. Not enough time to go for the spike defuse, but hey, an ace is an ace. Brilliantly done by him on this Reyna, and it suits him perfectly. You know, Reyna is that type of agent where you just want to frag out of your mind, and Survey, he is fitting the bill.
Survey, there is no way you should be winning a lot of these rounds, but like, yeah, he didn't win this, but he was very, very close. Imagine if Killua didn't have his Hunter's Fury in that situation. He would have been able to clutch it all out. And again, he's showcasing why he's an absolute beast on this Reyna. We have talked about this over and over again, that Survey and Chan, these two players being on this roster, are just showcasing what they can do when it comes to raw aiming and game sense potential. And I'm loving to watch this, but again, they have gambled a lot into this situation, and John already, he gets the first kill on the Hectic by Hyper against the push, and Survey just taps the head of MW1 clean off his shoulder. Survey gets another one, a good shoot. This is very much possible for the defense to try and take it away once again. Survey and Chan, they're coming in massive over and over again. Survey gets the third. He's looking for the fourth. He's not going to be able to find it. Killua takes out Chan as well, leaving him in a 1v3 scenario, but he's not going to be able to find it. Kiss AOP comes in with the judge to clean him up from the short angle. And ladies and gentlemen, that was such a beautiful run coming up from the defense. Chan going in for a hyper aggressive push, and Survey just fragging out of his mind. What is happening?
OP. They are trying to pick up the pace, but ChillinWithFriends overall, if you're looking at them as a team, well, at least in this first half here, we can see that the attack is a lot more coordinated. A lot of gun duels is where the attackers kind of come out on top. And MW1, Killua, both of them, you know, they are setting a very good pace for their team. And even if you're looking at the other members like Gusun, Hectic, and even 60Hz, they do have some moments where, you know, sometimes even taking one kill can be crucial for the round. It all depends on circumstance. Now, looking at Ana OP, they've got to try and take at least one of the next couple of rounds that is left here in the first half. Now, Gusun finding the first kill onto Euphoria. That puts defense with a man down. Survey is going to fall as well. What are you going to do without Survey and Chant here? But I don't think it quite matters, as you can say. He might just have stepped up. He does find the kill onto Hectic. Puts a little bit of damage on the Killjoy there across the A side. Anurag going for a very aggressive push. He is stepping up this time. Anurag finds a double. He doesn't need his duelist, and Killua's gonna put a bullet in his head real quick. Now Kissei and Shan, they are on site going for the defuse.
enemy
What is
remaining.
about to happen? Shan, he finds the kill, and so does Kissei. You don't need Survey. This is what I like to see when you're looking at a team and you don't have to rely on particular members. Kissei, he's at the bottom of the board, but look at that round as a perfect example of where he really stepped up to the plate, and in such a crucial time, he helped secure a round for his team.
I completely agree with you on that factor, because the way that they're playing, yes, of course, it's not a bad thing to be at the bottom of the scoreboard if you are contributing to your team. And him as a Cypher, him not fragging out really doesn't matter. He found the kills that he needed to. He made the impact kill, being able to get one on the Hectic. Hectic being the smoke would have been able to block off so many angles that Chand and Anurag could have used to get a lot of these kills. And here is where they are shining the most. Ana OP getting those impact frags on these members and chilling with friends, trying to force themselves into the entirety of their faces is where they're gonna be hurting the most. And Survey, he gets one of the Gushoon, but Gushoon, with his last dying breath, is able to get one more kill himself. Hectic gets a kill on the Chad. The two duelists are gonna be down, but Split Anurag takes MW1 out as well, evening up the playing field just a little bit more. But Euphoria, he has his own vengeance with his knives. He's going in for the plays. He doesn't spot out Killua, and Killua dancing inside of the smoke. He's able to get one more kill. 2 versus 2 is the situation moving forward, but the Hunter's Fury is gonna be ready for the side of Killua. And this man, when it comes to his Hunter's Fury, it's absolutely beautiful to watch. He does find one more, goes in for the taps, and beautiful crosshair placement coming out from him to get that kill away from the side of
Switching sides.
from the side of Anurag as he tries to go in for the white swing. It's just absolutely incredible to watch what Chilling With Friends are actually doing.
You know, and ending off this first half, magic number 4 for Ana OP. I would say now is their chance to come back, but they've got to put their foot down quick. Chilling with Friends, securing 8 rounds. They are in a great spot. They're actually chilling with friends, quite literally. So, you know, we're going to move into the pistol round. And, you know, let's have a quick recap here on the scoreboard. And we do see that Survey and Shan leading at the top of the scoreboard for Ana OP. And on the side of Chilling with Friends, it's gonna be Killua, MW1. Gushoon has had his fair share of moments. You know, I'm not gonna be particularly too hard on Hectic and 60Hz solely because they are a Sentinel and a controller, and that is very utility based. Killua, for some reason, he's doing the utility and he's getting the frags at the same time. It is just brilliant and beautiful to see. But now on the side of defense and looking at Bind, you can be very aggressive and set the pace on the attacking side. We saw Chilling with Friends do that, but it's up to Ana OP to show us their version of dominance here on the attacking side. And Chilling with Friends, let's just hope that they're just as strong when they've got to hold down the fort.
It's kind of like one of those scenarios we need to talk about, that you can take away the duelist, but you can't take away the fragging potential of a person. That is exactly what Killua is doing, taking us to a 4-8 score line. But at the same time, now is where this strategy is going to be shining the most, the triple duelist strategy. They're just going to be able to break into a side, just use all of their utility, dump it all down, and take the side control if they have the proper map control, I would say, because now is where it's all gonna begin. But Killua, he has a lineup ready. He's already waiting to see if he can get a push, but a beautiful nade coming out from Chand deals a lot of damage to the face of Killua, who had his lineup. He was not really looking to see if he could get caught out by a nade like that in that kind of situation, but it's gonna be Anurag going in for the Taz, but 60Hz, he's able to protect his teammate in that situation. Hectic does go down though to the hands of Chand with the classic. And now one member has gone down for the defense, but 2 members are so low and damaged from the side of the defense. It's gonna be super difficult. It's gonna be Survey going in for the play. Killua misses his shot and Survey gets the headshot instead. Gushoon answers back with his own shot, although on to Kiss AOP, evening up the playing field one more time. But side control has been established by the attractors and the spike is about to go down.
Now Euphoria going for the plan. MW1's gonna find Shan. It's a 2v3 situation. MW1, he's gonna go for the defuse with the usage of the Cloud Burst. He has his buddy to back him up. What are the attackers doing? MW1 might just get this, and that is the ninth round for defense. MW1 picking up Survey, and Euphoria cleans that up right after defusing. Man, what they said about MW1, it is true. This man is an absolute monster.
This guy, when it comes to those raw aim duels, and forget aim duels, come to the game sense plays, he's just absolutely a beast. You cannot give him a fair 1v1 and never think about winning those kind of scenarios. Here is where he shines the most, and Chaos is where he shines the most, and in those clutch scenarios, in those 1vx, in those 2vx scenarios, is where he's going to be bringing his A game, where he shows that what kind of a beast he actually is. But already, the back corners are being checked, and Killua, he's in a pretty tight spot, but he's able to find one. He tries to go in for the recon bull to see if he can get a bit more information for his teammates. Not going to be able to, but already a lot of the information has been gone. Guzun using the teleporter to send in his room to give him support is going to be more than enough. Survey being caught out in this 1 versus 3 scenario with all the members ready for him, and it's going to be MW1 coming in from the sidelines, getting the headshot on the Survey and cleaning him up. And ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the 10th round on the board for the side of the defense, being Chilling with Friends.
You know, you can see a huge momentum shift, and Chilling with Friends, they're riding on it. And Ana OP, they are struggling to find their footing here. I wouldn't, you know, anything is possible. The scoreline is 4-10. We have seen some insane comebacks throughout the course of this 5-part tournament. We're right now in Series 5, and hey, a comeback is never impossible. Now, Ana OP, unfortunately, they are forced to go for that eco, and that just means that defenders might just take this round for themselves. But hey, a 50 is still possible. MW1, he doesn't want it to even be an option. Finds a double. Guzun is going nuts. MW1's gonna fall. 60 hertz, gonna just step in, get a kill for himself as well. Now, Guzun chasing the last man. And we do see Sean running for his life. And that, oh, this is just abuse right there. 60 hertz takes out the last man. 11 rounds secured for Chilling with Friends. But hey, now moving into the next round, Ana OP, they have the full buys. They got to make it work, or it's all over here in the round of 32.
They need to try and bring this back, because at an 11-4 scoreline, this is just gonna get even harder. I don't know how exactly they're gonna be able to find it, because of these hyper-aggressive pushes coming out from the side. It's not really working out, because of the triple duelist strategy, you need to try and coordinate a lot of your pushes to go in for that same side, take map control while your Cypher is going to be lurking out on the back end. But already, we're seeing them in such a bad scenario that it's going to be hard to hold down. Broken though, he does have the touch in hand, gets a huge amount of damage onto one, but not going to be able to get that kill, and does get taken out by Anurag on the sidelines. And already a fast push is going to be coming out soon. The TP not yet to be used to go into the side, but already a fast rotation call coming out from the side of the defense to get one. Hectic, he's going to be able to find his own clone, but YSAOP answers back with his own. Guzun, he does spot out one, he does spot out two, goes in for the spray. He's going to be able to find the second, and leaving it down to a 2 versus 3 scenario moving forward. Didn't spot out one of the members, and already Survey, he didn't really see this. Oh, he actually did. He's gonna be going in for the knife. He wants to get this knife kill on MW1, but he's gonna be a bit too trigger happy right there. MW1 could feel his spider senses tingling in that kind of situation, and he does get caught out.
30 seconds left.
And Euphoria, being the last member, maybe goes in for the task. Doesn't really try to track Guzun straight through the air to get that knife kill, and he does get caught out by his spray.
Match point.
And a beautiful round coming out from the side of the defense. Being able to go in for those aggressive plays, using the teleporter to shut everything down, was just absolutely insane.
Chilling with Friends, they reach match point, and at any point in time now, Ana OP, it might just all be over for them. 4 rounds for themselves. They had a tough time, but hey, you know, Ana OP, we have seen Survey chant great moments as well from the other members, and you know, even if their time is coming to an end here in the competition, it was still a very good run for Ana OP here. Now, two members taken down on the side of attack. Chilling with friends, they want to wrap this up and they want to wrap it up quick. Now the spike carrier has been killed. They have that information.
player
Survey's gonna
standing.
find one. Survey's gonna find two. 1v3, 5 HP. The nade almost tags him. And there it is. 60 Hertz with the
Defenders
finishing
win.
blow. That's Chilling with Friends, making it over to the round of 16.
These three of them were just sitting on top of hut and they were just chilling. They're living up to their name of chilling with friends. They were chilling down up on that hut and just holding down the defense for as long as they can. While the other members are like, yeah, boys, we're just gonna be a little bit late. We're coming to the party real soon. They just held down their angles and got the kills that they needed to. And looking at the scoreboard, 329 ACS, it's gonna be MW1. But I have to give it to the side of Unknown OP because they pulled off some amazing heroics, and Survey and Chan, they're on the top of it all.
Indeed. Now we're going to talk a little bit more about what went down by moving into Relive the Moment, brought to you by Ideapad Gaming 3 notebook, powered by 4000 series Ryzen processors, perfect for gaming and multitasking. Now, between Chilling with Friends and Ana OP, let's start with Ana OP. You know, this team, we had a great time with them in, you know, these early stages of the tournament. We saw some insane plays, and we even have highlights of Survey, Chand, you know, both these guys, they really took a lot of pressure off the team. But nonetheless, Ana OP as a whole, you know, I did hope that they could make it a little bit further. They were such a treat to watch. And you know how, you know, when you're watching a lot of a particular team, you kind of understand the way they move, the way they think, and then you grow a little bit of an attachment. But hey, you know, good things do come to an end. And Ana OP, clearly today, they were outmatched. And as for Chilling with Friends, who is MW1? Who is Killua? Who is Gusun? Who are these guys? I think they are definitely players to look out for as we progress into this tournament. But hey, congratulations to Chilling with Friends. Insane performance, and I like them a lot on the side of attack, because to pull off what they did on Bind, it is not an easy feat for any team. What are your afterthoughts, Aggressive?
Being able to pull off a no flash composition is one of the hardest things to do, and that is the pinnacle of a top level team. Being able to execute down all of your angles, all of your attacks without a flasher, it's just clearly incredibly difficult. And them being able to do it just goes to show that this is a top level team. This is a team that we need to watch out for as we're moving forward into the following rounds. And them facing off in the round of 16 is going to be the real test of this team. Will this team actually be able to go up against the big dogs of the names that we already know, being Godlike, being Global, being VLT? All of these names are going to be coming up real soon, and I'm hoping that Chilling with Friends can do that. But after what I saw today, I'm pretty sure that the best way to win this entire tournament has to be just chilling with your friends.
Yeah, Chilling with Friends, they definitely have the potential. We have seen a lot of teams, you know, where, you know, we observed them in the earlier rounds of the tournament, like round of 256, 128-64. And sometimes they make it all the way to the quarterfinals and the semifinals, where we see a significant change in their gameplay. That's why it's so important to keep up with this tournament. You're always going to be able to watch your favorite teams kind of grow and just get better at what they do. So remember to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so you get notifications whenever we are live. And remember, we have a sale on LG monitors. Links are in the description. So get a new monitor to buff your setup. Now, this brings us to the end of today. We watched 3 games and we saw Paratroops, Godlike Esports, and now Chilling with Friends progress over to the round of 16. So do stick around for tomorrow. Today has come to an end. Subscribe, very important. My name is Apollonia. I was your host and caster, and thank you, Aggressive, for joining me on the panel. He was your caster and analyst, and we hope to see you guys tomorrow. So good night, take care, and happy gaming.
And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Baby, where we at? Baby, where we Let's make the most of this night. Come on, baby, take my hand. And we don't